So this is a list I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and this week one of my friends from America came over to visit and it reignited my desire to do this list. Now, a lot of the things you could argue aren't necessarily that weird. There's a spectrum of weird. You can find your own level of weird on the list. I just happen to like things that are weird. Some of the things on the list are actually things Irish people do on their own vacation, and if you saw my list 10 weird things Irish people do on vacation, you'll get where I'm coming from. These are just some observations I made, and actually that my friend made about other people on her tour as well. Also, do you like my t-shirt? It came in from Jeffrey George Smith in Orange City, Florida. I totally know where that is. He sent a really cool care package along with some stickers and some snacks. We had a really great s'more thing going on at a real fire, and thank you so much for sending it along. I really appreciated it. Also, the only thing I know about this team is that they play football, so I guess go Dolphins. Coming in at number 10, there's a couple of things you can wear as an American in Ireland that will let us know right away you're definitely not Irish. I should probably mention some of these things aren't exclusive to Americans, other people do them too. One of the things that we see is Americans wear baseball caps. Now, Irish people wear baseball caps too, but it's a certain way the American wears a baseball cap. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's to do with the peak, or the lack of cynicism in which you wear it. I don't know, it just stands out to me when it's an American wearing a baseball cap. If any Irish people in the comments can put their finger on what makes it distinctive when an American wears a baseball cap, let me know below in the comments. Another thing you'll see an American wearing that you will not see an Irish person wearing is a poncho or a raincoat. They're usually the ones that come in packets, and you can see like people walking around in big groups wearing matching ones. An Irish person will never be this forward thinking. We will not think to wear a raincoat or put a raincoat on. I mean, sure, sometimes we do plan ahead, but then what would we have to complain about if all our clothes were dry all the time? So yeah, I definitely see Ma, Pop and their kids wearing matching ponchos, and that says to me, you're American. Then there's the bum bag. My friend's mom this week actually had one this week, and I believe you guys call them a fanny pack. There's nothing funny about that word. Seriously. Yeah, we call them bum bags. And when I'm on holiday, I totally see the practicality of wearing a bum bag. But when you're in Ireland and you've got the bum bag and the camera and the baseball cap and the poncho, it's just one of those things that adds up to let us know that you are an American tourist in Ireland. Coming in at number 9, a thing that lets us know you're an American tourist is telling us that everything is more extreme in America. America is a lot bigger than Ireland, and that is the biggest understatement ever. America could have Ireland as an hors d'oeuvre. There's a lot more people, there's a lot more land, there's a lot more climate, there's a lot more food, there's a lot more weirdness. America is bigger. Everything is bigger. Well, don't. I can only speak for myself, but when I say something like, "It's so hot right now," and an American goes, "Nah, you don't know hot until you've been to blah," that's so annoying. It's hot compared to what I'm used to. The same goes for cold. We get it. You guys have more extremes. Or if an Irish person says, "The best burgers ever come from this place," and an American goes, "Nah, the best burgers ever come from blah." I can't argue with you. They probably are better. It's a bigger place, you know? Number 8, and I find this one fascinating. A lot of Americans vacation around different parts of America. I mean, it makes sense. You guys have hot places, you guys have cold places, you guys have country places, you guys have city places, you guys have all kinds of places. So you don't really need to leave your own country. So I do understand why they might think this to be the case. A thing that makes you stand out as an American tourist in Ireland is asking if you can pay in dollars. It would never occur to me when I go to another country to ask if I could pay in my own currency. Different countries have different currencies, so we don't accept dollars. That's just not a thing that we do here. Your dollars are great. Love your dollars. But you need to convert them to euros, because that's what we use in Ireland. We used to have the pound or the punt, but we don't anymore. Now we have the euro. Number 7, and this is just a thing people do in different countries. Aw, Chewie just put his head on my knee. Oh, he took it away. I do it when I'm holidaying in other countries. It's totally natural, but it does make you stand out as a tourist. That's wearing a t-shirt that declares the country that you're in. So like, I love Ireland. Novelty tees, who does that? It does let us know that it's a novelty to you that you're in another country. Actually, to be honest, a part of me is probably a little jealous I can't wear them because it would just look a bit odd. Or would it? When we go on holidays to other countries, we wear Ireland jerseys, so why can't I wear a t-shirt that's like a novelty Ireland t-shirt? You know what? I'm totally not gonna. But yeah, I've seen some really cool novelty Irish t-shirts out there, and when I see somebody walking around in one, I know immediately they're not Irish, because that's just not something an Irish person would do. So not a bad thing, just a thing that you do. The next one, if somebody gives you a compliment in Ireland and you want to fit in like an Irish person, you need to take that compliment badly. Now, what do I mean by badly? Well, if somebody tells me,
"Hey Diane, I really like your dress."
If I was an American, I'd say, "Thank you." But as an Irish person, I say, "This state of it, it's like €5. I got in pennies, I've had it for years." Or if somebody says,
"Hey Diane, I like your hair."
I say, "This state of it, I've had it for years, pennies, €5. Do you see where I'm going with this? We don't take compliments well. So when I tell an American,
"I like your shoes,"
and they say, "Thank you," it makes me go,
"What?"
It's a good story. Oh, here's a good one. Number 5, talking loudly. I've noticed this a lot. Americans, you sure know how to make your voice travel, especially on public transport. When I'm on the bus and I hear an American, before I even hear their accent, I can hear them as a person. Human. Americans project very loudly and don't seem to be conscious of the fact that they're doing so. Now, there's nothing wrong with talking loudly per se. It's just, I've noticed Irish people kind of tend to talk a little bit quieter. Not every Irish person. Some people are excessively loud and some people are very quiet. People are different. This is a broad generalization, and that's what makes it a list. Why do I have to explain that in every list? Not every person, not everything. It's just a list. But yeah, I've noticed Americans as a whole, as a collective thing, tend to talk very loudly, and that makes them stand out, obviously, because you can hear them down the other end of the bus. So I met my friend Nadia the other day and picked her up from the airport with her mom, and not 10 minutes in I realised I cursed and perhaps was making her mom a bit surprised. In Ireland, we curse a lot as a form of expression. I wouldn't say I actually am on the high end of the spectrum of cursing, and we use it to emphasize a point. We use it as colourful language. It's not we don't know other words, it's just a casual means of expression here. And later in the day I acknowledged it and apologised to her mum, and her mum was totally cool with it. But yeah, don't be surprised, Irish people curse a lot, so if you want to fit in, I don't know. Number 3, and this one is almost a warning to tourists as much as it is an acknowledgement of a thing that they do. Don't drink in Temple Bar. As a tourist, if you're in Dublin, you're going to come through Temple Bar. Temple Bar is like the hub of tourists in Dublin city centre. But if you want to drink there, it's going to cost you the best part of a tenner to get a drink. I had a drink there recently and I nearly died when they asked for my money, because it was a whole bunch of money and I was like, what? Because it's a tourist area, they can charge more, so they do. And apparently there's a picture or a statue of some guy called William Temple who kind of means nothing to the Irish people, so getting your picture beside it is kind of redundant. Yeah, just don't drink in Temple Bar. Go a little further in or out if you want to go drinking and not have your wallet essentially mugged. Number 2, and this is not a thing you can help, or maybe you can. It's just a thing that you do. Pretty much everybody who's not from Ireland says Ireland. Even the Spanish say it, Ireland. Even the French say it, Ireland. Oh no, wait, they don't. If you want to sound like not a tourist, it's Ireland or Ireland. 2, what are they called? Syllables. 2 syllables. Charades. It's a book. No, it's not a book. Just don't say Ireland. It's not Ireland. It's Ireland or Ireland. It's just say it that way. Although honestly, it's kind of cute how tourists say it. It's like this. Ooh, I don't know. I just find it kind of cool in a weird way. And the number 1 weird thing that tourists do when they come into Ireland is go to attractions and museums. Yep, they go to places I've never even been. And honestly, I think maybe I could take a leaf out of their book. Now, maybe other Irish people go to museums and attractions a lot. I don't. A place I've never seen is the Guinness Storehouse. I've never been there. It's literally not maybe a 15-20 minute walk from where I live, and I've never been there. And it's famous. It's world famous, and I've never been. I used to go to museums a lot when I was a kid because my dad would be into the culture and stuff and he'd be like, education. But I haven't gone since and I don't really remember. Sorry, Dad. But yeah, Ireland is obviously a place of huge culture and attractions and stuff like that. And actually, I did go along to one cool thing before, which was Dublinia, and it was super cool. And I was like, I should do more stuff like this, but do I? No. I'd love to see my own city as a tourist, but you just don't when you live somewhere, do you? So maybe that's something I should do. But yes, if you're going to museums and attractions, it's easy for us to tell you're probably not Irish. There are people outside my house. Go away, people. I am doing a video.
He thought it was hitting him.
Go away, strangers. Hey, I'm editor Diane. We haven't actually met before. I'm the person who gets rid of all the awkward m's and m's. I also try and take the focus off the fact that Diane, after 69 videos, still hasn't learned how to focus, but for every second video. That's annoying. It seems she got pretty distracted by the people outside the window and forgot to sign off, so I guess I'll do that for her. God, I hate being on camera. So, feel free to engage with one another in a respectful way and check out the Patreon and the merch store or whatever. There's bloopers as well. She asked me to leave in the ones that make her look interesting. I don't leave in the ones that make her look like an I guess I'm not supposed to curse on this channel. Okay, bye. People have been wondering where you were in the last video. American care package. That's such a nice word. I suppose it's 3 words, isn't it? Trying to do a dance? Okay, no, he does not want to do a dance. Do you like my nails? Ooh. And now you can see my freckles. Go away.